You just want to grab your tools and get to work. Welcome back, foodie fans. Today we're going to be making crab legs in a bag. It's a very simple recipe. It's very delicious. So let's get started. Okay, for this recipe, you're going to need some seasoning salt, some Creole seasoning. You're going to need some cayenne. You're going to need some smoked paprika. You're going to need some Old Bay seasoning. And I got this pepper sauce. It's kind of like my substitute for pepper. It's very mild. It's not even hot at all, but it just brings about a lot of flavor. And it's just kind of like a liquid pepper sauce. It's really good. You're going to need some garlic. I rough chop these. You're gonna need about 3 cloves. I have 6 here, but I'm making 2 bags, so. You're gonna need some smoked sausage. You're gonna need some butter, and also I have regular butter. I mean, this is natural butter. I don't use that margarine stuff, but I guess you could. But I mean, the flavors and the natural butter, right? And this one's salted. So you're gonna need some oven bags. I got these Reynolds. This one is 8 to 24 pounds. So these are really big bags. You're gonna want to use these ones, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Corn. And I also have some potatoes here. The little potatoes. These are all optional, like the corn and the potatoes. But I mean, what's a bag without corn, potatoes, and sausage? And also I got I'm gonna do some shrimp. I'm gonna use 1/4 pound of shrimp. And we have the star of the show, the crab legs. So I'm gonna use about 3 stalks. So that's about 1.5 pounds, roughly. Maybe a little under 1 pound. Or a little over 1 pound, I'm sorry. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on the potatoes. Okay, so I got the steamer going. I'm gonna go ahead and just dump my potatoes in there. And we're gonna steam them for exactly 15 minutes. The small potatoes. So if you're using like a russet or a little bit thicker potato, you're probably gonna want to, cook it a little bit longer, maybe 30 minutes. But I like these little potatoes because they're really creamy, and also they just kind of absorb all that butter. Okay, let's get started. I have a stock pot here, and this is just big enough to hold my bag. I can just throw everything in there. If you don't have a stock pot, you can just maybe have somebody hold it open for you, or you can just kind of carefully throw in stuff. Pretty easy. All right, so I got that. Okay, so I have my sausage here. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut these in half. This is the first thing that I'm gonna throw into the bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw in these into the bag. Now you can put as much as you want or as little as you want, or you don't even have to throw these in there, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so next I'm gonna throw in my corn. Again, like you can just throw in as much or as little as you want. See, that's why I was talking about the oven bags to be 8 pounds. So it'll definitely hold as much or as little as you want. I'm just gonna kind of briefly just wash these. Sometimes like that water, it's kind of salty, and sometimes the tip of the meat, it'll be kind of really salty around here. And so I just kind of briefly wash these off. These ones are kind of like already pre-cooked, so I'm just going to go ahead and just rinse them off really quick. And I'm going to go ahead and just throw them in the bag. Okay, so I just rinsed off the crab legs and just threw them in the bag. So we're going to go ahead and start adding the seasonings. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the pepper, liquid pepper. So I'm going to do half a cup in there. Okay, I'm going to do the Creole seasoning. It's probably I used about 2 tablespoons. Give it some, just a tablespoon of seasoning salt. Okay, and then we're going to do about a tablespoon of Old Bay. And just a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And also we're going to do just a teaspoon of smoked paprika. One thing I did forget to mention is you're going to want some shrimp crab boil. And this stuff is very, very potent. So you're just going to want to put just a little bit in there. I mean, just like a little dash because it's really strong. That's good. Okay, so you want to go ahead and add your garlic. The 3 cloves. Just throw it in there. Also, I did pull the potatoes to the side so they can cool down a bit, 15 minutes. And I did start my oven at 375. So I'm going to add my shrimp in there, quarter of a pound. I'm just gonna go ahead and just throw it all in there with the tail on and everything. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can leave stuff out or add stuff in. You can also add, like, throw in a lobster tail if you want in there. You can throw in some mussels. It's just really whatever you want. So that's why it's good to have these 8-pound bags. So, I mean, you can get really creative and just kind of just go all out, whatever you want in there. Okay, so my potatoes are semi-cooked, 15 minutes. So go ahead and just add them in there. Add as many as you like, or leave it out. You know, you kind of want to cook these because at 45 minutes, when you leave it, they're still going to be kind of firm. So this kind of just softens them up. Okay, so the potatoes are in. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 sticks of that butter, real butter. And this one's salted. See, that's why I didn't put too much salt in there, because the butter's already salted. Okay, friends. I mean, that's it. After the butter goes in, that's it. Now you're going to want to go ahead and tie this. Try to get as much of the air out as you can, because when it goes in the oven for 45 minutes, at 375, a lot of that air will kind of expand and it'll pop. So to alleviate that, you kind of want to try to get as much of the air out as you can. And try not to poke the bag with the crab legs. And then you're just going to tie it. And then throw it in the oven for 45 minutes. And also, I did get these aluminum pans. This one is like a 13 by 9. Just makes cleanup easier. Or you can use actually your regular cake pans or whatever, or pizza pan, or just whatever you like. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and throw this in the oven. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw these in there and come back in 45 minutes. Okay, so I just pulled these out. And as you can notice that one of the bags popped. See, that's sometimes what you run into if you don't get a lot of the air out. But yeah, and it's just ready to eat. You just cut the bag and you can eat right out of the bag or put it in a bowl or a pot, plate, whatever. And hey, thanks for watching, and Please like, comment, and subscribe.